This ain't Dungeons and Dragons. This ain't your standard tale of swords and sorcery. This is Dungeons and Magi presents Old Gods of Appalachia. And tonight, we walk where the sun don't shine and the map don't reach, into a land forgotten by time, where the hills remember and the roots don't let go. So gather close, mind your manners, and roll the damn dice if you dare. So, Old Gods of Appalachia.
We finally made it, everyone.
We did. This will be our last sponsored one shot of the year. We reached out to Monte Cook Games last year and asked if they would sponsor us to do Old Gods of Appalachia. Ben and I are big fans of the original anthology podcast that this was created from. And we live on the outskirts of the Appalachians. Actually, this setting is like an hour and a half away from us in Red River Gorge, Kentucky. So we can reach out the window and touch this place. But we want to thank Monte Cook Games for this. In true fashion of Old Gods of Appalachia, there are some scary themes in this. This is horror. Therefore, and what I told the players, this is going to make Curse of Strahd look like a children's story. So, listener discretion is advised. It is going to be scary. There's going to be jump scares. There is probably going to be some cussing from the players because they got scared. But
Yep.
This is going to be fun. So, once again, thank you, Monte Cook Games, and also DeepNerd Media for creating the podcast to begin with. They're the ones that created Old Gods of Appalachia. So thank you to both for that. And yeah, you're going to hear music that was created specifically for this. And the intro that will be played here in a minute is the actual intro that was created for the podcast. So we will be playing that to pay homage to the OG. So, are we ready?
I am ready.
Yes.
All right. I say we get this started. There's places in these hills where the wind don't move right, where the stone remembers being carved by hands that weren't ever human, and the dirt hums with songs no throat should be singing. Places like Red River Gorge, where the caves run deep and the roots run deeper. Now, some folks say the gorge is just a wonder of nature. Sandstone arches, hidden trails, a slice of God's beauty carved into the Commonwealth. But the old families know better. They know the hollers echo more than just your footsteps. That sometimes, when the fog settles just right, the rocks will whisper your name back to you. And it won't be your voice speaking. Folks been going missing near Cedar Hollow. Tunnels breathing like they've got lungs. Roots twitching under bare feet. And someone, or something, is singing from under the stone. You do well to turn back now. But if you're still listening, come on in. The gorge has been waiting.
these hills, leave these dark valleys, for I can't stay now in the lands unknown. In these hills that I will walk so often, I can feel the winds now on your ghost. And I sail my boat across these waters to steal my soul. For now I walk these roads alone. And my soul will now sink beneath these waters so dark and cold. For on this road I'll die alone.
All right. So, each of you, wherever you are in the Appalachians, somewhere near Red River Gorge, y'all find yourselves a letter. This letter is from an acquaintance of y'all's, whether it be he be a family member, a friend, any kind of kin. Each of you receives a letter. Now, if y'all open that letter, you'll see it's dated October 12th, 1922. And it says, I don't much know who else to call. Things ain't right here. The land's going strange again. My cousin Micah up and vanished last week. Sarah too. No sign, no tracks, just gone. But I heard him deep in the gorge. Heard him singing. Not with voices, with stone. The caves ain't holding still no more. They breathe like something's moving down in the rock. I ain't slept in days. Every night it gets louder. I know we ain't talked in a spell, but you're blood. And blood remembers. Come to Cedar Hollow. You know, the place. The diner still stands just off the road past Nada Tunnel. Don't come after dark. Don't speak to the Reverend if you can help it. I'll tell you what I know. But if you start hearing a hymn with no choir, you run. Signed, Zeke. So, as all of y'all head to Cedar Hollow, that's where we pick up. Cedar Hollow don't greet you loud. No welcome banners, no kids on bikes, no gas station fella waving you down with a toothy grin. Just a rusted green sign leaning sideways in a ditch. Cedar Hollow. Established 1891. Population, and it's kind of faded clean off. The road narrows to two cracked lines of pavement framed by trees leaning in like they got secrets they'd rather whisper to each other than let you hear. Mist clings low to the ground, rolling like it's got purpose. There's maybe a dozen buildings total, scattered across the hollow like bones picked clean. A church steeple off in the distance, a shuttered post office that ain't seen mail in years. But it's the diner that catches your eye first. Squat, brick, windows fogged from within, the Hollow Stop Cafe. Someone scrawled across the hand-painted sign. Neon sign half lit, smells like fry grease, cedar smoke, and just a hint of something sweeter. Something wet and earthy, like turned soil that's been disturbed. There's a single truck parked out front. No Zeke, but something's moving behind the frosted glass. You've made it. Welcome to Cedar Hollow. The gorge remembers, and now, so will you. The door opens with a little tin bell, the kind that's meant to sound cheerful. But here, it rings like a warning. The heat inside hits you first. Not warm like comfort, but still, like it's been sitting untouched for hours. The kind of heat that holds on too long. The diner's old and it shows. Linoleum cracked like dry creek beds, vinyl booths torn at the seams, walls yellowed with time and tobacco. There's a little radio on the back counter humming just beneath the static, but you can't quite place the tune. It smells like coffee that's been burning since dawn, and something else. Baking grease maybe, or cedar bark in the pan. A single waitress behind the counter wipes down a mug that don't need cleaning. She don't look up at first. One fella in the back booth stares into a bowl of grits like they might stare back. And then you step in, one by one, and the room gets quiet. Not silent, just listening. So, tell me now, who's the first to step into the Hollow Stop Cafe? And what do you look like on this gray Appalachian morning?
I guess it will be me. Walking in is Lola Moore. She is quite tall for a woman, and she's very round, portly, but she also has a lot of muscle mass to her. She's wearing the same kind of outfit you would picture, the button up with long sleeves and then the apron on the front, and it's a long skirt. She's got very curly, almost coiled blonde hair that goes about mid-back, and there are a couple scars on her face just from like cuts and that kind of thing. She's got mud all over her hands, and she walks in wearing the muddiest boots you've seen in your life.
All right.
And she's stomping.
All right. Who's up next?
I will. Tacitus walks in, and what seems to be more of a scientific explorer for this time of age. And he has long black hair. His eyes are in a book, so they're not really seen right now, as he's just wandering in and pulling up instructions how to get to this place as well.
All right. Who's next?
So in walks Silas Person, tall man, about middle age, clean shaven, got graying hair, wearing jacket, old Wranglers, and just regular old shirt. It's where he's got his gunny sack, but it also attaches his Craig rifle. Kind of scans the room, and then he finds a corner to sit in.
All right, and last up, who do we got walking in?
Elise Smith. She's short. About 5'2". What? But she ain't wearing what a normal woman would wear. She's got trousers on. And she looks like she's just been out in the woods.
All right. Well, now that all y'all are here, the waitress behind the counter finally looks up. Hair up in a loose bun, wrinkles settled in deep around her eyes. The kind of face that's seen too many winters, and maybe something worse in the caves below. Her name tag reads Martha, but even if it didn't, something about her feels familiar. Maybe she knew your kin. Maybe she served you pie back before you even had memories to hold on to. She sets the mug down, empty, still hot, and wipes her hands on a dish towel she don't seem to need. Y'all ain't from around here anymore, but I know your faces. There's a sadness in her voice, like she already knows why you're here, and it hurts to see you come anyway. Sit where you like. Zeke said you'd be coming. Left in a hurry this morning, but he looked afraid. You understand me? Coffee's on. Food too, if you trust it. Her eyes flick toward the back booth just for a breath. And don't mind him. Ain't said a word since Monday. Still listens though. Best keep your voices low in here. Sound travels strange in this town lately. And here, she kind of motions to a big booth, and all of y'all, you don't inadvertently know each other, but something seems familiar. Almost to the point where even the most untrusting of each of you wants to trust. And y'all all pick the biggest booth.
I look at everybody. So how do y'all know Zeke?
Oh, he's not that present.
Huh? I'm looking up from the boat. Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
you're one of them learner types.
One of them what?
Oh, you know those books.
You spend more time looking at them than the people around you, it seems like. I just asked you a question. How do you know Zeke?
Oh, he's a distant relative.
Hmm.
Knew him back in the days. I just kind of sit down in the booth, kind of adjust my sack and gun. Right there.
Martha moves slow, like time don't rush here anymore. She comes around the counter, pot in hand, steam curling up like a ghost that don't know where to go. The mug in front of each of you ain't new. Little cracks spidering up the sides, stains so deep no scrubbing could lift them. But the smell is good, strong, bitter, real coffee. The kind you only get from a pot that's never once been washed. And she sets the mugs down and pours coffee for each of you.
I hold it up.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Now, y'all best get something in you. Zeke told me you was coming. Said you know what to do about what's been stirring out there. And she sets the pot down, wipes her hands on that same rag again. Ain't been right in this place. Not since the leaves turned early. Not since the singing started. You'll hear it too if you stay. Don't matter where. The rocks. They got voices now. She smiles, polite but far away, like she's practicing being human in case someone's watching. Anyway, eggs are cheap, hash will fill you, I'll keep your cups topped up till you tell me otherwise. And just as she turns to go, the radio behind her crackles. That soft hymn again. Too slow to be gospel, too low to be music. Martha freezes just for a breath. Then she mutters, mostly to herself, "Not now. Not while they're eating." And the static fades like it hurt her.
You saw that, right?
You heard it.
I kind of eye Martha and I look back to the others. Yeah, they say that
Things happening
things
here.
are strange south of the Mason-Dixon, but never heard anybody interact with a radio before.
Why don't you go diving into the old wives' tales now?
Oh, wives'
All the
tales.
wives' tales have lessons to be learned.
Not so sure about that. So kinda,
You don't want to be walking the woods alone. That's what I know.
of course not. You got coyotes and wolves and bears.
And other things.
What is it? What do y'all call that things around here? Heights? That's I overemphasize that word. Kind of. I reach in my little jacket. I pull out one of my knives. I'm just kind of.
All I know is keeping an open mind will keep you alive around here.
Leave it to the women to have common sense.
I kind of look around. What time is it?
No, I don't keep a pocket watch on me.
Even for
I
a
don't look
one-horse
at
town,
the clock.
doesn't it seem a little dead in here?
Strange things happening around town. People are scared.
Yeah. Old Zeke wasn't too keen on the detail. Y'all get told anything else?
I have a feeling we all got the same
Oh,
letter.
coffee is horrid.
Just add some sugar to it and you'll get used to it.
I take the sugar and I just start pouring it in.
I'm just shaking my head.
I chugged the mug of coffee.
Reminds
Oh,
me
I'm
of,
sipping it straight black.
Oh yeah, straight black too.
Reminds me of this coffee place I knew in Shanghai. Worst coffee ever.
Where?
Shanghai.
You went to Shanghai?
Yeah. I was in the Corps. Fought in 99 and 1900 in Beijing. Took out, killed all kinds of Chinamen.
I'd love to see the world someday.
Got plenty
Yeah,
of world in our backyard.
You're not wrong there.
So Martha comes back around with the coffee pot, though nobody's cup is half empty. She don't look at you this time, just stares out the window, thumb rubbing at a chip in the handle of the pot like it's a worry stone. You're looking for Zeke, I reckon. And the way she says his name like it's a prayer and a curse, both set something in the air to still. I ain't seen him since yesterday. Said he was heading toward Nada. You know, the tunnel. Old one-lane cut through the rock back before my daddy was born. And she leans in a little, drops her voice low enough that only your booth can hear. They call it the gateway round here. Not 'cause it's pretty, 'cause it don't echo right. You can shout your name in there and something will whisper back, but it won't be you. Radio hums again, the same hymn, only now the words are just shapes in the air. If you're going after him, go before dark. And when you reach the mouth of that tunnel, she finally looks at you before she says this last thing. Eyes rimmed red from sleepless nights, voice barely above a breath. Don't stop walking. Don't look at the carvings. And if the air gets too still, don't breathe too deep. The gorge remembers every breath it's ever taken. And then she straightens, forces a smile that don't fit her face anymore. Eat while it's hot. I'll keep the coffee warm. Y'all come back safe here. And she turns away. The bell above the diner door jingles softly, though nobody's come in and the air don't move.
Why would he go and go to that place alone, knowing we were on the way?
Probably not
Must
without
got
a good
wind of
reason.
something.
Yeah.
And it might have been urgent.
Well, we better get after him.
We ain't eaten yet.
I look down at my food. Yeah, I guess. I mean,
And to you, these are like the powdered eggs you got when you were in the military.
I start eating the eggs and the hash.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat and
I gently tuck the book away like it's something precious, and then I start eating.
I kind of glance over the book. What you reading?
A book.
you ain't
No
too
shit.
friendly, are you?
I ain't what?
Too friendly.
Too many questions lead to bad things.
he's a wet blanket. That's what he is.
Unfortunately,
I
you
reach
don't
over
learn
to the
that
book.
unless
The
you
book
ask
is in a
questions.
bag that you can't reach.
Oh, he has still out there.
No, I put it away.
Oh, never mind.
He did say he put it away.
My bad. So you, some kind of teacher? Professor?
No, I explore old tombs and stuff.
Oh. What is it?
You ain't a grave robber, are you?
No.
Oh, good.
What's that word I'm thinking of? Archaeologist.
I mean, it pays my bills to get me around.
That's it. So, what kind of tombs do you explore?
Ones that people don't like hearing the myths of.
Are those like those, what is it? I'm thinking of some of those
Egypt.
penetrantals I read. Like those Egyptian mummies?
Egypt, as I said, yes. The pyramids of Giza.
Ah, we got a couple of world trotters here.
Right down the nasty coffee. Ugh. Yeah. Truth be told, my traveling weren't all that prestigious.
Well, traveling's traveling.
Yeah. I was 18 when I was first sent over to China. Fought off the boxers in Beijing. Fought for my life for days on end. Next thing I know, they sent me to the Caribbean. Help keep them Haitians and Dominicans in line. Then I'm not a few years ago. I'm in France, Bella Wood, fighting the Hun.
I hear them French tops are full of it.
I tell you, they ain't much good for a fight. We weren't even 100 paces into the wood when some yellow belly French officer come in trying to tell us to run for it. I had this captain. I can't remember his name, but he told that Frenchman, dead to his eye, retreat? Hell, we just got here. Next thing I know, I'm in a fight for my life against some big old fat Hun. Took my bayonet right into his gut. Unfortunately, I forgot that he had a pistol in his hand, and in his death throes, he managed to shoot a bullet into my leg. Ended my career in the Marines.
Well, sounds like you had enough of a travel, to be honest.
Yeah, you could say that.
And all that war and killing, what'd you learn from them?
I learned that there's not much to be afraid of in man. Especially after you kill enough of them.
You didn't bother learning their culture or anything before you started shooting, firing, punching, and killing?
This wasn't no fancy salon there, Mr. Professor Man. Alright?
Oh, I weep for the uneducated.
I'll have you know, I can read and write with the best of them. And I finished school. Here's right. Bite a piece of toast.
I may not be the most educated among them, but I know some things. Anyways, as I push my now empty plate away, we better get going. I'm worried about Zeke.
Yeah.
I
Where
agree.
did where'd they say that he was last seen?
The tunnel.
Anybody know where that tunnel is in relation to here?
I ain't been here in quite some time.
I've never been here.
Fuck, I should have wrote it down. God damn it.
It's Nada Tunnel.
Nada tunnel?
Nada. Y'all heading to Nada Tunnel?
Yep.
Yep, I'd say so.
Alright. The road out of Cedar Hollow winds like a serpent through the trees. Gravel crunches beneath your tires, steady at first, then uneven like the ground's remembering footsteps that ain't yours. The radio's still dead. Has been since you left town. But every now and then, just as the wind cuts through the pines, you swear you hear something faint in the static. Maybe a voice, maybe a song. Hard to tell where the road ends and the echo begins. Fog rolls low across the holler, thick and white, spilling down from the ridge like milk pouring over stone. The trees lean in closer now, Bare branches scratch the truck's frame like they're reaching for a ride. The gorge feels heavier here, like something enormous just beneath the surface is shifting its weight, slow and patient. And then, through the mist, you see it, the Nada Tunnel. 900 feet of hand-cut rock, black as coals, seeming and just as hungry. 1 lane wide, barely tall enough for a truck to clear. The mouth yawns open before you. Cold breath spills out, colder than it ought to be for autumn. Smells like wet stone and rust, and something sweet underneath, like sap or blood. The headlights stretch a few feet inside before disappearing into black. And deep in that dark, you swear you hear humming. A human hum. Soft, slow. The sound of something that remembers you before you were even born. The road's narrow now. Ain't no turning around easy. What do?
I'm gonna keep marching forward.
Driving through? Or do you
Don't
walk
stop.
the tunnel?
I'm gonna walk. I want to walk the tunnel.
You get out of the truck, walk the tunnel.
I get out the tunnel. I get out of the truck.
Remember,
Pull out my.
don't look at the murals. Walk straight. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Everybody else getting out of the truck and walking.
Yep, and I pull my sledgehammer out of the car.
I grab my bow and arrows. And the dagger that I keep on my back hip.
I kind of.
I have my pack and
I kind of get my rifle, look back, and I'm like, look at Elise. Do you have something to defend yourself?
nah.
One moment. Unsling my little gunny sack. Kind of rummage through. Pull out one of my knives. Here.
She can't use it.
Oh, she can't use it?
Yeah, use it. I'm a sage.
In her character sheet, she can't
Oh.
use it.
Damn.
So
I
you hand it to her
literally-
and go to waste.
I pull out a flashlight though, and click it on.
All right, just keep close to me, but out of the sledgehammer range. I'm a bigger target.
that
You'll
back.
go for me.
If y'all get hurt,
Alright.
I can help. I know some herbs and
Good.
shit that can help you out with that.
Good to know. I take
Alright.
point.
So
I
the
got the
truck
rifle.
door creaks open and the sound carries too far.
Down the tunnel.
Like- It don't just bounce off the rock, it travels through it. The moment your boots hit gravel, the air changes. Cold, but not fresh. The kind of cold that clings, damp, old, like you're breathing the same air miners took their last breaths in. The tunnel mouth looms ahead, rough hewn and jagged. Moss creeps along the edges like veins trying to find a pulse. Every step forward, the light behind you fades faster than it should. The mist don't follow you in. It stops right at the threshold, like it knows better. The sound of your footsteps echoes off the stone. Then again, and again. Half a second behind you, like someone's following. The walls are slick to the touch. Your fingertips come away wet, not from rainwater. Feels thicker, sticky. Smells faintly like cedar and iron. Then you notice the carvings. Not letters, not numbers, just shapes cut deep into the rock like something scraped them out from the inside. Spirals, hooks, lines that don't stay still when you look at them too long. Somewhere up ahead, the hum grows louder. Not a song exactly. More like the memory of one. Notes that shouldn't fit together but do. Familiar somehow. Like your grandma humming to herself in the kitchen late at night. Only the words were never meant for people. The light from the truck fades away completely now. Behind you, not far, gravel crunches. Slow, careful, one step at a time. And the hum stops. The air don't move. The dark feels thick enough to press against your teeth. Then, clear as day, a voice whispers low, right by each of your ears. Why do you come back?
My head jerks around looking. Who said that? Was one of you?
Completely ignore it.
Yeah,
Because
I
I know
ignore it.
better.
Yeah, I don't talk to it.
I keep going forward. Ugh.
Military man, there are some lessons you need to learn real quick around here. You didn't hear shit, being one of them.
So you press on. Boots scrape over gravel that's damp enough to swallow the sound. The tunnel breathes slow around you. A low inhale through the stone. A soft exhale through cracks you can't see. Then you hear it. Not the hum, but whispers. Faint. But it sounds like dozens of them, maybe hundreds. At first, it sounds like water running far below your feet, voices caught in the current. But as you keep walking, they start to rise, climbing the walls like ivy. Some words slip through. Blood, remember. Stone keeps it. They fed the roots. They don't come from one place. They come from all places. Behind you, inside you, under you. Each echo overlaps the next until the air is thick with voices. The carvings on the wall pulse faintly now, veins of damp light throbbing under the surface. For a breath, it looks like they're moving, like the rock itself is whispering with them. Then somewhere, deeper in the tunnel, something knocks. Not echo, not wind. A slow, deliberate knock. 1, 2, 3. Silence. The whispers stop. Then, clear as a bell, through the dark, a woman's voice, faint, trembling, not far ahead, says, "Zeke, that you?" And the stone answers her, a purr of her voice, from somewhere behind you. "Zeke, that you?"
kind of scanning my rifle, trying to see if I see anything.
Just keep walking.
I have the flashlight up, keeping it so we can see ahead of us.
I kind of whisper to Lola, "We're supposed to just ignore those voices."
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Newcomers always.
I keep moving.
All right. You keep moving, step after step, deeper into the black throat of the gorge. The gravel under your boots is damp now, slick with something thicker than water. Each footfall sticks just a little before it lifts. The tunnel narrows, the ceiling dropping low enough you've got to duck. The air's colder, but it's also heavier, like breathing soup. The whispers fade completely, but now you can feel them, not in your ears, in your bones. Vibrations up through your legs with every step, like a cat's purr turned wrong. And then the tunnel widens again, abrupt, like a wound in the stone. Your flashlights hit a cavern, a hollow cut right into the heart of the rock. The walls glisten wet and black, traced with root-like veins that glow faintly the color of dying embers. In the center of the cavern, carved into the sandstone floor, is a crude altar of black rock threaded with actual roots. They twitch just a little when your light hits them. Around the altar, the carvings aren't random anymore. They form a circle. Spirals and hooks converge into a point. The smell here is stronger. Sweet rot, cedar bark, and something coppery. For a moment, nothing moves. Then you see it. Something smeared across the altar, dark and still wet. A scrap of flannel, torn. Zeke's. As you take another step closer, the entire cavern exhales. A slow, wet breath that smells like the bottom of an old well. The roots on the altar twitch again, and a voice deep as bedrock and soft as a lullaby rises from beneath your feet. Blood for stone, stone for blood. The roots begin to move, not growing, reaching. What do?
I take a step back from that altar. Well, that ain't right.
Yeah, I do what the sage did. I'm gonna take a step back.
Well, look at them confused, going, "What's your issues?"
I'm seeing this too, right? It's the roots coming in.
Don't
I'm
touch no shit, there be no shit.
I'm still pointing my rifle at it, but I step back too, a little unsure what to shoot.
Thought about when I wrote this, blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god.
Wrong genre.
Oh,
so y'all-
far.
Y'all take a step back.
Yeah, I push in front of everybody and push them back.
No, I don't trust that. Not one damn bit.
Alright. So. You step back. Just one small motion. Gravel crunching under your boots. The sound echoes longer than it should. Carries down the tunnel like it's rolling through water and don't come back for far too long. The roots stop moving. The whispering dies completely. For a moment, all you can hear is your own breath. Quick, sharp, too loud in this kind of silence. Then, the walls move. Just enough to make you doubt it at first, like the lights playing tricks, or maybe the shadows are just stretching. But no, the stone itself shifts, a slow ripple passing through the tunnel wall like muscle under skin. The carvings bend with it, the spirals twist tighter, and the roots, they retract, pulling back into the altar, into the walls, slipping away like snakes into dark water. You hear the sound of suction, wet and hollow. Then stillness. For half a heartbeat, you could almost believe you imagined it. Then a single voice, a man's this time, echoes faint and far away from deeper in the tunnel. Don't leave me here! It's Zeke, but the echo don't match right. His words come a half a second late, the rhythm wrong, the voice tired. Don't leave me here! The altar gives one last quiet, like a heartbeat you could feel in your chest. Then all goes still again. The air's warmer now. Smells like breath. The kind of breath that ain't yours. So, do you investigate deeper into the cavern? Do you keep going through to the other side of the bridge, or do you go back the way you came?
We gotta keep going through. We were told to keep going through.
Keep going through.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't.
I take point. Rifle pointed down range.
All right. So you keep moving. Flashlights cut across stone slick as oil, catching every shimmer like an eye just barely blinking shut. The tunnel feels longer now. You ain't sure when that happened, but the light from the entrance, what little there was, is gone.
Touch the wall of the.
It's thick. Not like water, like oil, blood, something.
I kind of touch it.
And then as you open your fingers, it kind of stretches, and once you open too far, it snaps apart.
I kind of look to the others. What is this?
Did you touch a lot of random shit in your wars?
Most likely.
Okay. This isn't natural. What is this? You guys, you're all from this area.
I have no idea what that is, but I don't think we should be touching random sticky looking things.
I shine my light on his hand.
It's black, but with hints of red. You can't quite judge what it is just based off of the look, even based off of the feel. It's like something you've never felt before.
I remember.
You know what the feel of blood feels like, and this is too thick to be it.
I remember once I was in Pennsylvania near Titusville. Went to an oil field. Put my hand in crude oil once. This is as close to it as I remember, but it just ain't right.
Nothing here is right. Come on.
Ain't that the truth?
Let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of go back down.
Your breath comes in white puffs. It ain't that cold, but the air tastes wrong. Metallic, like licking a battery, sweet on the back end. The ground tilts underfoot just a little. You'd swear the slope is new. A few more steps and you notice the walls. The carvings are gone. Smooth. Too smooth. You run a hand across it and it's not stone anymore. It's warm. And it's faintly pulsing. You pull your hand back and it leaves a print behind. A wet mark that slowly fills back in. The tunnel starts to bend. For just a curve, then a spiral. The sound of your boots don't echo right anymore. The steps behind you are still there. But now they're a little too close. Like they ain't in rhythm. Up ahead, the light catches something. A set of rail tracks, old, rusted, half swallowed by the floor. A minecart tipped on its side, half covered in black vines that pulse faintly with that same ember glow. The smell hits next. Sap, raw, and iron.
I go up to it, and I pull my knife, and I'm just kind of poking at it. What is that?
You hear it. Just ahead where the tunnel opens wider again. A sound like whispering and breathing all at once. Not quite human. Not quite wind. And unsure what it is, and a single voice, hoarse and tired. You came, after all. The beam of your light catches a figure kneeling near the tracks. Flannel shirt, boots caked in mud. Zeke, his head bowed low, hands sunk wrist deep into the earth. He don't look up. He just keeps whispering the same words over and over. Feed the roots. Let us rest.
I go over to Zeke. Zeke, it's Silas. Kind of like put my hand on his shoulder, trying to shake him out of it.
He doesn't even look up. He doesn't respond. You call his name, Zeke, and he don't move. Just rocks forward slow like he's praying. Or
Go ahead, sorry.
listening to something deep below the ground.
I smack him out of it.
Nothing. He just keeps saying, feed the roots. And then suddenly, he lifts his head, and you see his eyes. Not black, not white, just empty. Pits full of dirt and root fiber twisting behind them like worms in a jar.
Jesus.
Then the floor under him gives. No warning, no sound of cracking stone, just a lurch, and he's gone. The ground folds open like a mouth. Roots lash out thick and wet, snapping through the air like whips. They catch his arms, his legs, his jaw, drag him down in one sickening motion. The scream that follows don't echo, it travels. You feel it in your feet, in your teeth. A spray of dirt and blood hits the wall beside you. The roots twist once tight and pull what's left of him under. The earth seals shut behind him like nothing ever happened, and for a heartbeat, you could swear you hear him still screaming, only now it's muffled under your boots. The tunnel exhales again, long, wet, smells like meat left out too long in the summer sun. Then from somewhere deep ahead, knocking, slow, steady, 3 times. Just as before, the gorge is still hungry.
Damn it. Lost Zeke.
You still want to be touching things you don't know what they are there, soldier boy?
Yeah. Lesson learned.
Well,
For the record, I only touched the wall.
That could have been enough, you know. In some cultures, they take the hands for just touching.
Yeah, well. What do y'all think? You want to go up ahead and see what's up?
yeah. I think we should keep going. And if that was Zeke, Zeke's fucked.
I looked at him. Zeke's dead.
And
There's no way of surprising me around here.
I fold my hands and bow my head before I keep going.
The silence that follows don't sit right. It's heavy, choking, like the tunnel itself is trying to swallow the noise of what just happened, hide it somewhere deep in its gut. The dirt where Zeke fell is smooth again, like nothing was ever there. No blood, no hole, just packed earth and that same faint smell of cedar and iron. Then you see it. A corner of paper, half buried near where he was kneeling.
I go over and try and extract the paper.
You reach down and pull it loose. It's damp, old, but the ink's still fresh enough to smear under your thumb. It's a map. Hand-drawn on company stationery, so faded you can barely read it. Hollow Ridge Timber Company. Lines marking the tree line, a few cabins, and a wide black X scratched deep enough to tear the paper. In the margin, scrawled in Zeke's jagged handwriting, roots started here. They remember the cutting. The air in the tunnel stirs then, faint breeze moving past your legs like something breathing under the ground. Behind you, the tunnel's gone dark again. The hum has stopped. And for the first time, you realize you can hear the wind outside. You made it through. When you step out, the daylight cuts hard and white through the mist. The gorge looks the same, but now the trees lean a little closer to the road. And somewhere far off in the direction of that black X on the map, a single woodpecker knocks 3 times. Next stop, the abandoned logging camp. Place that ain't seen sunlight in a long while.
What's the name of it again?
It
Hollow Ridge
is,
Timber Company.
yes,
What?
the Hollow Ridge Timber Company.
So we're out of the tunnel.
Yep.
I kind of put my rifle up for a minute, and I'm just like, I've been in the trenches with Rams.
Close.
I thought that was the scariest thing I ever encountered. And I point back to the tunnel.
Oh, you really ain't from around here, are you?
No, I'm not.
That was a Tuesday.
That was a what?
That was Tuesday.
A pool stick?
Tuesday.
Oh.
Clean out your ears.
I feel like that was just Ben mishearing. It was.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's been to war, so I would imagine the deafness.
I actually do have some legitimate hearing problems, so.
Tinnitus, baby!
Same here, so.
VA disability claim, here I come.
Yeah. A 1-800 tinnitus.
God, I remember those. I kind of just shake my head. I pull out the little map again. I'm pulling it carefully. Hollow Ridge Timber Company. I showed the map to the others. This was in the ground by Zeke. I kind of point out, roots start here. Any of y'all ever heard of this?
A timber company, not my area of expertise.
I look to Lola and Elise.
My family moved out of here a while ago. We've been living on a farm.
I've been out in the woods.
I kind of look back at the tunnel. Was it me? Or did it seem like that we walked into a trap?
I'm just gonna pat Silas's shoulder. You're welcome to go back and find out.
Yeah. God, I need a drink.
I'll pull out my gallon of moonshine that I carry with me.
These mountains are old. They remember. Anyways,
Well, does this map show, like, in relation to where we currently are, where it is, or do we...
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of look it over. Well, it looks like I kind of point to... Hold on. Anybody got a compass? Anything?
No, but I offered you some moonshine.
Oh, yeah. I take some of it.
Listen, I don't care how much drinking you did in the Marines. This is your first taste of moonshine.
Yeah.
This is like gasoline.
Home brewed. Lola brewed this herself.
You serve this to people?
I don't serve it to nobody. This is mine.
Oh,
ah,
I thought sake was strong. God damn.
fuck is that?
Oh, here.
What?
Oh,
Give it a try.
I know what moonshine is. I love me some moonshine. I got me some more.
Sorry.
Japanese
Sake
culture.
Yeah, what he said. It's a Jap drink. It's not that
Japanese. Don't shorten it. Don't insult them.
bad. Have you ever met the Japanese?
It's one of my visits. Yeah, I learned their culture.
Yeah, well,
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I fought side by side with them.
But
I
did-
and Lola.
And they're-
Following our damn well.
And they are very trustworthy, and they're going to do nothing to betray that friendship in a few years.
Less than 20. That's out of character.
Yeah.
That's metagaming.
That would be talking about Pearl Harbor in the future. Chris, I need you to answer what before we continue.
Where did you put it?
In the private chat in here.
Oh, there's private chat. Needs Chris answer. How do I find the private chat? Oh, private chat.
It's up above. Yeah.
Why will it not show me?
It's in the same chat that you just read out of.
Yeah,
6:08 p.m. Just read it
it's
mentally.
up above. Yeah, don't read it out loud.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. So, the road to Hollow Ridge don't exist anymore. What's left it is a scar through the forest. 2 grooves of mud carved decades ago, half swallowed by root and rain. The woods are wrong here. Trees lean over the path, bark split open and long vertical wounds that ooze thick sap the color of dried blood. The smell hits next. Sweet rotten metal, like a butcher's block left out in August. Somewhere ahead, the air hums again. Low, steady, almost mechanical. Not wind, not insects. You follow it until the trees open, and there it is. Hollow Ridge Logging Camp. 6 cabins. What's left of them. Roofs caved in. Rusted saw blades hanging from broken walls like teeth. The clearing's quiet. Too quiet. No birds, no bugs, not even the wind. Then you notice the color on the ground. At first you think it's fallen leaves, dark with rain, but the shapes are wrong, rounded, soft, glistening. They're skins. Human, maybe. Stretched thin across the roots that crawl up through the soil. The flesh is turned translucent, pale as candle wax, the veins underneath black and pulsing. In the center of the camp, an old logging saw sits half buried in earth, the blade fused to something that ain't wood. A torso, half absorbed into the ground, ribs arched up like roots growing through from below. The humming grows louder near it. It's coming from the chest cavity. You can see the lungs still moving, slow, breathing. The sound vibrates through the dirt under your boots, a low tremor like the earth's heartbeats. A trail of footprints, bare, cracked, caked in mud and blood, lead from the body toward the line of shacks. You follow?
Yeah.
Looking
Yeah.
more at the
Yeah.
kind of follow forward, but I'm trying to look at the grotesque things closer. There's
A heartbeat. Fast.
Jesus.
You hear it again.
I kind of move away from it, and I kind of go up toward those abandoned shacks.
The first cabin's door hangs open. Something inside moves. Just a shadow at first. Then a hand, too thin, bark grown over the knuckles, grips the frame and pulls. A man steps out, or what used to be. His jaws gone slack, skin stretched tight over wood that's grown through the muscle. Roots twist out from his arms and burrow back near his shoulders. His eyes are gone, sockets packed with dirt and cedar needles. He tilts his head at you, mouth opening wider than it oughta. The hum shifts pitch, matches his breath. Then in a voice that grinds like stone on stone, he says, "The forest remembers the song." The roots under the skins begin to move and the whole camp starts to breathe.
I look around, folks. We just
where
walked
did
into
it
an
go?
ambush.
We need to go now.
I don't know if we got room to go.
So this thing is coming at us.
Yeah. Well, no. He just kind of stepped out there, but the whole camp is beginning to move. The skins. You were walking on top of human flesh that is now beginning to like move and crawl.
Oh, we need to get out of here now. Look, right now.
I aim at the little tree man and I shoot him. Center mass.
Alright, you getting in a fight?
Oh, God.
It's more like a reaction.
Alright. I guess we're starting to fight.
We're fucked. We're standing on
we're-
top of enemies.
Alright.
Oh,
So,
no.
you shoot what is known as the Hollow Man.
Oh,
Oh,
sounds
boy.
like a lovely gentleman.
The crack of the gun splits the clearing wide open. For the first time since you stepped into the woods, sound actually moves, ricocheting off the cabins, chasing the echo back into the trees. The Hollow Man jerks as the bullet hits center mass. There's no blood. The wound blossoms open in a slow tearing shudder, sap bubbling out thick and gold. He staggers, takes one half step back, and laughs. Not a real laugh, more like bark splitting under pressure, a deep creak from inside his ribs. The sap catches light from the muzzle flash, glows dull orange for her heartbeats. Then the hum that filled the camp turns shrill. The sound don't come from his throat, it comes from the ground. The roots twitch hard, pulling at the skin scattered through the dirt. Each one trembles, drawing in towards the center like a tide. The Hollow Man crumbles forward, half of him still man, half already timber. When he hits the earth, the roots split open and drag him under. The hole closes fast, leaving only a thin seam of fresh bark across the soil. Then silence again. A single caisson falls. Pings once against a rock, and that's the only proof the gun ever fired. The smell that follows is thick, sap and smoke and the faintest trace of meat. The other cabins are quiet, but from the farthest one back, you can see a flicker. Firelight, or maybe the last glow of sunset leaking through a boarded window. Whatever it is, it moves like someone walking slow inside. That is where we're going to take our break. So, y'all don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And we're back. So, the last shack leans away from the tree line like it's trying to escape its own shadow. Half the roof's gone, and the rest sags under the weight of moss thick as carpet. The door hangs open just enough for the wind to breathe through it. Long, shallow breaths that almost match your own. The smell hits you before you cross the threshold. Wet sawdust, burnt oil, and underneath it all, that sweet rot. The scent that's been following you since the tunnel. Inside, the lights dim, orange and flickering. Not fire exactly. More like the glow from something still smoldering. The walls are covered in paper, ledgers, maps, scraps of prayers, nailed up like wallpaper. Every page stained with the same black sap you saw in the clearing. In the center of the room stands an old logging table. Chains run across it, rusted thick, sunk deep into the wood. Beneath the table, the floorboards bulge upward, swollen like something underneath's been pushing for a long time. On the table sits a tin lantern, half full of dark fluid, the wick still burning low. Its light don't flicker right, it pulses. Next to it there's a book, hand bound in burlap, corners wet and fraying. The title scrawled in rough charcoal, The Root Takes What's Owed. The pages inside are slick, the writing frantic, names, dates, prayers. Each page ends the same way. We fed it blood so the trees would grow straight. We fed it men so the saws would stay sharp. We fed it Zeke. You hear a noise then, faint behind the wall. A shuffle, a dragging. The lantern pulse quickens and the bulge under the table begins to split. A wet seam opens between the boards. Sap spills out. Then a hand, skinned, bone white, fingers grown together with bark, claws its way through. Another follows, and another. They start pulling something heavy, still breathing up from under the floor. The wood screams as it tears. A face breaks through next, split from chin to brow, sap pouring out instead of blood. The eyes roll white, then black, then empty. It looks at you, and in a voice that ain't human anymore, it says, "It remembers the The room fills with the sound of roots growing fast and loud. The earth taking back what's hers. The floors buckles. The walls groan, and the book on the table slams shut on its own, the sap between its pages hissing like steam. What are you doing?
I'm still gripping my rifle. Reaching into my pocket to reload a bullet. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, I agree.
Yep.
Why the hell did you shoot it?
Why ain't you shooting it?
Because it wasn't doing nothing till you shot it.
Bitch, this place ain't right. I start backing out of the shack. And I'm looking around to see if there's anything else around us around trying to come in at us.
Alright. So. The cabin ain't just groaning now. It's breathing. Boards pop and snap. Nails splitting out of the walls like teeth. Roots punch through the floor and ceiling, crawling up the corners, spinning a cage around you faster than you can blink. The door you came through slams shut with a wet slap. When you pull at it, your hands come back sticky, sap like pitch, hot as fresh blood. The windows don't look out anymore. Where the trees should be, you see black rock pressed close, like the cabin's been buried miles underground. The hand clawing up from the floor twitches once, then points, crooked finger stretched toward the back wall. There, behind a rack of rusted saw blades, a seam of light cuts through the wood, a door you're sure wasn't there before. The roots around it don't reach. They twitch and recoil like they're afraid of something on the other side. The book on the table flies open again and pages flapping like a trapped bird. 3 words scrawl themselves across the last page in dripping sap. Follow the vein. The walls groan louder. The floorboards crack under your boots. Behind you, the skin face from the floor lets out a long, low moan. Half prayer, half warning. Then, the seam of light in the back wall brightens, warm, golden, like sunlight through autumn leaves. The roots nearest you rear back, hissing like snakes. It's the only space in the room that ain't moving. The only thing that looks like a way out.
I go for it.
Yeah, I run for the door.
Alright. So, you tear through the light. For a heartbeat, it burns hot. Too hot. And you swear it smells like lightning and cut wood. Then you stumble through the other side and the world snaps quiet. The door is gone. Behind you, only rock. Smooth, wet, pulsing faintly under your palms like the sound of a throat. The sound of the cabin, splintering, screaming, fades fast like it's being buried miles away. The light here ain't sunlight. It's a deep amber glow that leaks through the cracks in the stone, veins of it running along the walls and ceiling. The air hums low, constant. The tunnel ahead stretches out in both directions, curving out of sight. The floor is slick with something thin and dark, sap or blood, or both. Far down one side you hear the faint clink of metal, chains maybe. From the other a wet sound, like something dragging itself just out of sight. The humming shifts just enough to make you realize it's not coming from the walls anymore. It's coming from underneath the floor. The glow brightens once, twice, in rhythm with the sound, like a heartbeat too close to your own. The air tastes like cedar smoke and old pennies. Wherever you are now, it ain't the camp. The gorge has you inside. So, which way are you going? Are you going to follow the metal sound or the dragon?
I kind of look to the others. Didn't that one of those things say to follow the vein?
It did.
I look around if I see anything that looks like a vein.
It kind of goes both ways.
So either way. I say we go toward where the metal is. Metal means man-made.
Well, you're the army boy.
I look to Tacitus. Tacitus, sorry. What'd you say, schoolboy?
I think Schoolboy is going to have you go the opposite direction I want to go just to see what happens to you.
Alright, Professor.
Anyways, I do agree. Probably should go towards the vein than whatever else that was. I do not wish to visit the tombs dead that I was alive.
Alright, so y'all move towards the metal sounds.
Yep.
Well,
Alright. The clang of metal grows steadier as you move, a slow rhythm that echoes through the rock. Not hammering, not random. Just one sharp strike every few seconds, like the beating of some heavy heart. The walls narrow until your shoulders brush both sides. The glow in the cracks flickers with every sound. Veins of amber light pulse into that same metallic rhythm. The tunnel widens suddenly to a low chamber, ceiling slick with condensation, the air thick with iron and old smoke. The sound stops. In the center of the room, half buried in the floor, is a figure. A man, what's left of one, sprawled in a circle of rusted chains. His arms are stretched wide, each wrist pinned to the stone by iron stakes hammered through bone. The chain runs straight down through his ribs, disappearing into the earth beneath him. The glow in the rock brightens under his body, heartbeat fast. His eyes snap open. The sockets are empty, filled with slow-moving sap. His jaw works once, twice, like he's chewing words that won't come to him. Then you hear the sound again. But it isn't the chains. It's inside him. Each breath drags metal across metal. A faint screech with every inhale, a low grind with every exhale. When he finally speaks, the words rattle out through his teeth like nails on slates.
I tried to hold it down. It learned to grow through the iron.
His head tilts towards you, joints creaking like old timber.
Don't pull the chain.
Beneath him, the floor shifts. A hairline crack opens under the circle, sap seeping out thick, dark, and warm. The chain trembles once, straining. You realize it isn't holding him in place. It's feeding down into whatever's underneath. The light flickers faster. The chains jerk again, louder and harder. Then, from deep below the floor, you hear the echo of something enormous pulling back.
I back away. Whatever we do, don't touch those chains.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
It's actually Sergeant.
Sergeant Obvious.
Anyways, I look around to see if there's a way through or if the only way is back.
So, as you look back, the passage behind you starts to close in.
It looks like the only way is forward.
Yeah.
I guess we better get going.
I look and see if I see any passageway with veins in them.
Alright. So, you leave the chain man behind, his breathing scraping metal on stone until it fades into the dark. The new tunnel isn't carved, it's grown. The walls curved, smooth and wet, lined with thick veins that pulse faintly under your light. The air hums low, vibrating just behind your ribs, like it's finding a rhythm to match your heart. Every vein carries a dull amber glow, sap pumping slow through them in waves. You can see movement inside, dark shapes drifting past, too quick and too human to be bubbles. The floor tilts down just enough to make every step feel like you're being pulled. The further you walk, the warmer it gets. The air's thick now, humid, sweet. That same cedar and copper scent heavy enough to taste. The light behind you dims. The veins around your feet brighten instead, threading through the floor like roots under glass. Then you start to hear it. Not whispers, not voices. A heartbeat. Slow, deep, so heavy it rattles dust from the ceiling. The veins throb in rhythm with it, every pulse sending a shudder through the stone. Up ahead, the tunnel widens again into a vast hollow. You can see the glow spilling out before you reach it, the color shifting from amber to red. The heartbeat grows faster. The sound isn't just in your ears anymore, it's in your chest, your bones, your teeth. The tunnel breathes in, and somewhere deep inside something breathes out. Continuing into the red chamber.
I'm looking around.
Yeah.
I kind of looked at the others. Obviously, this is probably clear to you all, but why do I get the feeling we're in the belly of the beast? Quite literally.
No, not yet. Maybe the throat.
Ha ha ha.
I'm not kidding.
Well, I don't think I'll be seeing Cow ever again.
Question is, how are we gonna get out of here?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, whatever this is, we're right where it wants us.
Yeah. I just kind of look around and I kind of step into the red room.
You almost hear this like reverse whisper for a minute.
He's so lost.
All right.
It's okay, but
So, the passage widens suddenly, so fast it makes your light jump. The chamber is vast, round, slick. The walls glisten like something wet has been breathing here for a long, long time. Veins crawl up every surface, pulsing red, orange, the light strobing in time with that monstrous heartbeat. You hear and then the smell hits. Sweet rot, metal, heat. It sticks in your throat. The floor shifts underfoot, soft, spongy, alive. When you move, it moves back. In the center of the chamber, half buried in the floor, rises a shape. Big as a wagon, ribs like tree bark glimmering with sap. You realize it's moving, breathing. Every inhale drags air in through the tunnels behind you, pulling dust and light with it. Every exhale pushes out a low moan that makes your stomach twist. The walls tremble. The veins brighten until the whole place flashes red. Then black. Then red again. Brighter. Closer. Something shifts inside the central mass. You hear it tear. A sound like wood splitting and wet leather peeling apart. And then a single eye opens in the center of that thing. Big, round, glowing the same color as the veins. It doesn't blink. It looks straight at you. The heartbeat stops. And for half a breath, the world is still. And then the chamber screams.
Make it stop.
It sounds so loud and wrong it shakes the light out of your hands, rips through your head like pressure dropping on a plane. The walls convulse inward, every vein flaring bright. The ground lurches. You hear the tunnels behind you collapse. The light dies. And in the dark, that eye is still there, burning, watching, waiting for your next breath. What do you do?
I shoot the eye. I think I should shoot the eye.
Out of character, no. In character, I'm not gonna. I don't. I won't be fast enough to get to you
Yeah.
to stop you from pulling that trigger. So if you think your character would shoot it, then yeah, by all means, shoot it.
Yeah, you shoot it.
Oh gods. We're shooting the eye.
We're fucked.
No. Silas is shooting.
Yeah,
the eye.
Silas is shooting the eye.
Yeah.
I haven't
Me-
armed neither of these things. None of these things
He's
yet.
got this screaming going on. He's literally almost been eaten alive. And there's a big angry eye staring at him.
The shock cracks like thunder in a cave. For a heartbeat, everything stops. No sound, no breath, no heartbeat but your own. Then the light hits. The bullet punches through the eye and a blast of blinding amber floods the room. It's not liquid, it's light, boiling out of the wound, spraying across the walls in streaks that crawl like veins gone wild. The entire chamber convulses. The floor heaves under you, rolling like the deck of a ship. The heartbeat restarts faster, frantic. The walls begin to split, not crumble, split. Cracks race up through the stone, glowing from within, each one pulsing in rhythm with that mad rhythm. The air pressure spikes, your ears pop. Something roars through the tunnels behind you. Wind or breath or 1,000 voices all screaming at once. The eye jerks sideways, still looking, still burning. It dilates, then contracts to a pinprick of furious light. The light implodes. Silence. Then a single shock wave rips outward. Hot wind, dust, Fragments of root and stone knocking you flat, smothering every sound but the ringing in your skull. When you drag yourself upright again, the eye is gone. What's left is a vast black hole in the center of the chamber, veins hanging limp around it like cut cords. The heartbeat is gone. In its place, deep below, something new starts moving. Slow. Heavy. It ain't dying. It's waking up. Alright. So, run or stay?
Running.
Run.
Everybody's running?
He's booking it.
After a good smack to Silas, I run.
Son of a bitch.
Alright. The moment you turn, the ground bucks. The veins in the walls flare bright white, then burst, light pouring out like fire through cracks in the world. The floor heaves under your boots. Chunks of stone tear loose and drop into the hole behind you. The sound never hits bottom. You run. The tunnels twist and pulse around you, every wall slick, every breath burning. Air rushes past in gusts that smell of iron and sap. The wind screaming through the rock like a voice trying to speak through its own blood. Something huge shifts below, following the rhythm of your footsteps. Each time it moves, the earth lurches closer to the surface. A spray of glowing dust blinds you for a heartbeat, then you see the way out ahead. Faint light, daylight, maybe just memory of it. The heartbeat returns, faster now, angry, echoing through every bone. The tunnel behind you folds. Roots slam into the passage, snapping through stone like ribs breaking. One lashes past your shoulder, hot and wet, missing by inches. You throw yourself forward, the light swells, and the ground disappears. For a breathless instant, you're falling through wind and dust and the smell of rain on red stone. Then you hit mud hard. You're outside. The gorge is quiet. The sun hangs low behind the ridgeline, red as blood through the haze. The road's gone. Behind you, the hillside where the tunnel should be has sealed over smooth, like nothing ever cut through it. The only sound left is the wind in the trees, and somewhere, far below, a slow, steady heartbeat.
I just pushed myself up from the mud. What the hell was that?
It's angry you shot it.
Probably the local entity of the myths and wives' tales that we were told.
Has any of you ever heard of anything like that?
Yes, plenty of things.
What? Tell me.
Death.
I don't care.
Sounds
Is it
low.
yes or what?
Death. Death.
Oh, death. Death? That's death. That's the Grim Reaper.
No, that is a version of an entity. What entity, we would have to look up the lore of this place. But it's waking up, which means death, because it's killing people. And you have shot a man, something, and then you shot an eyeball. I know who's going to be the first one on his docket.
To be fair, I don't know if we had any other option. I don't think talking to it would have done much good.
I don't know what that was, but I know my gut told me that that thing wanted to eat us. Lola's right. It's kind of hard for the food to negotiate, because because that's exactly what we were. Food. Something's alive in the ground here. I don't think this place is just some gorge. Where can we learn more about this place?
The townspeople,
Yeah.
probably.
Well, if we can get back to them. Town is closed up.
Yeah.
Local library normally has these wives' tales, and yes, I realize I said wives' tales, but this is my expertise. I say wives' tale until I prove that there's something more to it.
Oh, I think
I
that
definitely
we have the
need
proof
more.
that there's something more to it.
Yeah, that's why I want research.
I kind of stand up,
Anyways.
shake myself, shake the mud off. Why don't we head into town and see what we can learn? Because I shot whatever that thing is twice, and it didn't seem to kill it. Heard it. At least I think I
It's
heard it.
off.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think I just made it mad.
Madder than an alley cat in the rain.
Yeah. Are we still outside of the timber camp?
No.
We're just in the middle of the woods.
Alright, let's get going.
Yeah.
I start walking.
And I follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I shake my head and follow, and that's more directed at Silas than anything.
All right. So, far off in the trees, you hear a new sound. The slow, steady clack of metal. You follow it downhill through bramble and mud until the forest thins and you see the faint silver of railroad tracks cutting across the hollow. The line looks ancient, rails pitted with rust, sleepers rotted to pulp. The smell of metal hangs in the dirt, sharp and bitter. Evening settles fast here. The first stars blink on over the ridge. Fog crawls up from the gorge bottom, thick as breath on a mirror. And then the rails begin to hum. Faint at first, then stronger. The vibration travels up through your boots, into your knees, into your chest, steady, rhythmic, like a pulse that isn't yours. Down the line, through the fog, an orange glow flickers. Not fire, not lantern light. Something slower, thicker. The color of sap burning inside the bark. Now, because of everything that's happened, everybody's going to make a fear check. So, I need everyone. This is a difficulty of 5, which means it is a target number of 15 because you multiply it by 3. So everybody's going to roll a d20. If you are trained in fear resistance or occult lore, your difficulty goes down. If you're using a protective charm, prayer, or effort, you can lower the difficulty by 1.
Wait, if we're trained in what now?
Fear resistance or occult lore.
Oh.
Otherwise, roll me a d20.
Oh shit! Do we add anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Silas, what you got?
Yeah, 20.
Alright. That's a success. You keep control, but get a little bit of tremor in your hand, a little bit. Lola, what you got?
15.
15. That is a success as well. Tacitus.
Oh, you can make as many names as I want. I do all the time for the person. 10.
10. That is a failure. Your breath catches. Any task that you must roll for the next minute or one step harder. So if it's a difficulty of 5, it becomes a difficulty of 6. Elise?
5.
Same thing. Alright. The glow swells, then holds steady. The hum stops. A long, low whistle rolls through the hollow. Every tree along the ridge tilts just slightly towards the sound. Through the fog, you see movement. A figure walking the tracks. Slow, deliberate, sap dripping from its hands. And behind it, half-visible shapes move with the rhythm of the whistle. The light reflects off iron hooks, rusted helmets, torn uniforms. The loggers are walking again. The whistle blows once more, longer this time. The rails start to tremble. The ground beneath you quivers like something huge turning in its sleep. The air smells of hot metal and cedar smoke. The fog closes in. Next, you decide. Fight or flight, you could run for the bridge, or you could try and hide among the cars.
I'm gonna hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big thing to hide, but
So, gonna hide.
Alright. The rails hum again as you move, steady and deep, guiding you like a heartbeat through the dark. The fog thickens until you can't see your own boots. Each breath leaves a pale bloom that hangs in the air too long before fading. Then, shapes. Rusted freight cars half buried in weeds and earth sitting crooked on busted track. The air here smells of wet iron and old smoke. You squeeze between two cars. The metal's cold, slick with dew, your palms leaving prints in the rust. The hum in the rails fades, but the air still vibrates. Somewhere, out in the fog, the whistle moans again. Not from a distance this time. Close. The sound rolls through the metal around you, deep enough to make the car shudder. Footsteps follow. Slow. Heavy. Uneven. The ground creaks with every one. Through the cracks between the cars you see light. The same orange sap glow. Sliding along the fog like a search beam. Then a voice.
Feed the roots. The soul must eat.
More footsteps. You realize there's more than one. The rails sing under their weight. Now, I need each of you to choose either a stealth or a composure check. So it's going to be either speed or intellect. This is a difficulty of 5, which makes it a target number of 15. So if you are trained in stealth / inconspicuous, it drops your difficulty. If you have a mark of exposure which none of you do. It increases the difficulty, and then you can spend effort, which lowers the difficulty 1 per level, and that uses your edge. So it takes 3 points of edge to lower the difficulty. So for this, it would either be your edge in intellect or speed, and you would have to spend 3 points, and it would drop it by 1 per level. All right. So, is anybody spending edge?
I am.
I don't have any edge in either of those.
Okay. Well, then you can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
that max pool does not count.
No, it says max edge. It's a separate
Correct.
thing.
Oh,
So we only have 1 edge in one of them, I think, at this level.
Correct. So, all right. Then roll me a d20. Silas,
15.
what are you doing? Stealth or composure?
Stealth.
All right. Lola,
Composure, and I rolled a 10.
failure. All right. Takitis.
I got
Look at us.
12. I'm using intellect. I also have that +1 to difficulty.
Correct. So, yeah, that's a fail. Elise,
I'm using intellect. I also have that +1 to difficulty, and I got a 19.
you succeeded. Barely, but you succeeded. All right. So, for those that failed, which got less than 15, you shift your weight and the car groans, and that orange light stops moving. The footsteps pause. You can hear breathing now, slow and wet.
I grip my rifle.
Then, a sound you don't expect. Knuckles on metal. Tap, tap, tap. Just above your head on the car you're hiding behind. It taps once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Once for each of you. The fog outside glows brighter. Whatever's carrying that light just stopped walking. For a long time, nothing moves. Not even the air. Then, from under the cars, you see it. Roots, thin as wire, creeping across the gravel towards your boots. They pulse faintly with that orange glow. They're searching, and they're getting closer. Now, you can choose to stay perfectly still while the roots search. That is a resolve check, which has a difficulty of 5, which means the target number is 15. Or you can try to scramble silently to new cover and use speed, which is a difficulty of 6, which makes it an 18. And if one of you fails, everybody fails.
So let's stay put, because that gives us more of a chance.
All right.
Yeah.
Do
So,
we still have that +1?
no, it was only on the next one.
Okay.
So, everybody make a resolve check then. Silas,
19.
success. Lola,
16.
ooh. Titicus,
3.
Oh!
Oh, not as me.
Elise,
6. Yeah, no, I scramble back.
We're gonna put that dice over there.
Yeah. You go over there, bro. You're not playing nice.
the moment stretches too long. Lola and Silas are frozen, breath shallow, eyes locked on the fog beyond the cars. But the two of you shift just a little. Maybe a boot scrapes the gravel. Maybe a breath comes out too fast. Either way, the gorge hears. The tapping on the metal stops. Silence. Then, from under the cars, the roots surge. Thin black cords whip out across the dirt, slick and fast. They find your legs before you can move, wrapped tight, hot, pulsing like veins alive under your skin. The others see it first, the way the light in those tendrils crawls up your boots under your clothes. Your body seizes as a low hum fills the air. It's not coming from the tracks this time, it's coming from you. Your teeth buzz. Your breath tastes of cedar and blood. You hear voices not from outside but inside your skull.
You were wood before you were born. The forest remembers.
The roots twitch once and go slack, releasing you. They drag themselves back into the fog like worms sinking into wet earth. The glow fades. The hum stops. You're left with nothing but the smell of pine tar and the faint sting where the tendrils touched. Under your skin, right along the veins of your ankle, a thin amber line shines for just a heartbeat before it fades. Far down the track, the whistle blows again. This time, it sounds satisfied. Elise, Titicus, you get a mark of exposure. You will feel the hum under your skin when you're near the gorge or its servants. This means that you have -1 to any resolve or intellect task against fear for the rest of the night. And when you next touch the ground physically, you'll hear whispers others can't. Now from here, you can choose to stay hidden. You can try to reach the bridge crossing ahead, or try to go back towards Cedar Hollow. Now keep in mind, the rooted have moved past. You might be able to see if something's coming after them if you stay hidden, or you can just try to go.
I say we try to move fast to Cedar Hollow.
Yeah, I think we need to keep going too.
So you want to cross the bridge, or you want to go all the way back to Cedar Hollow?
I feel like talking to the locals can't be a bad idea. Tell them what we know, try to figure out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really many locals in Cedar Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 people
Oh, shit.
that you've seen.
Oh, it's
How much
only
here?
them left.
There's not much here, now that you've seen.
Then let's just
Alright.
go to the bridge.
So, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, in that case, the bridge.
All right.
It's going to collapse underneath us.
So, you follow the rails until the trees fall away and the ground drops out beneath you. The bridge rises from the mist, an iron skeleton stretching across a ravine a ravine deep enough to swallow sound. The moon hangs low, in red over the ridge, its light turning the rails to fire. The wind is sharp and wet. You can't see the bottom, only fog shifting far below. The bridge looks a mile long, the wood of its ties swollen and black with rot. Behind you, the fog along the rails glows faint orange. They're still coming. The whistle moans once, low and long, rolling up the hollow like thunder through bone. The rail starts to hum again, vibrating under your boots. Now, each of you must make a speed task to move safely across the slick, rotted timbers. This is a difficulty of 5. Now, if you are trained in balance or athletics, it lowers the difficulty. If you are wounded, exhausted, or shaking, which none of you are technically, it increases the difficulty. And if you spend effort again, you can lower the difficulty. But for now, everybody roll a d20, please. Silas.
16.
Success. Lola.
3?
Fail. Titicaca.
16. I'm going to use that the next time I talk to her. Oh, yeah, this name one of my friends used.
Elise.
20.
Success. Alright. You move quick, boots clattering across the old ties, every step groaning under your weights. Lola, you kind of slip a little bit and somebody has to pick you up and pull you forward. The fog below swirls and shifts. For a moment, you think you see faces in it. Pale shapes drifting upward like breath on glass. Halfway across, the rail under you jolts. The whole bridge shudders. A sound like metal crying fills the air. The glow behind you flares. You look back. Shapes in the fog. Dozens. Walk in the tracks. The whistle screams again, deafening this time. The bridge trembles, sparks of orange light crawl through the bolts and rivets like lightning caught in veins. The ties under your feet begin to rot and crumble, the wood turning to black pulp with every step. Something moves below the bridge. Not wind, roots. Thick cords of them rising up from the fog, wrapping the iron supports, pulling, tightening. You can hear them tearing through the metal, the same rhythm as a heartbeat. The bridge sags. You run. So, another check. This is either a might or a speed task. This is a difficulty of 6, which means 18. This is to leap to solid ground as the last section gives way.
So I have 1 max edge in might. If I use that, that lowers to...
Takes 3. Takes 3 points. Yeah. You guys aren't high enough yet.
Okay.
Alright. Roll a d20.
Big money, big money.
Yeah, I already rolled mine.
Oh, thank God.
Silas.
19.
Success. Lola.
14.
Fail. Titty Mama.
Natural 1.
Ooh!
Elise.
Oh, one.
Ooh.
Wow.
Why are you copying my rolls?
That calls for GM intrusion. Natural 1. Bring GM intrusion.
Oh, God.
So, Lola.
Yeah.
Actually, first Silas. You're able to run and jump and make it across and slide. As Lola, you jump and you just miss and you grab onto the side and you are holding yourself there. The other two, you run, you jump, and as you leap, roots coil around your ankles once again. Now, you have a choice.
Oh no.
You can. I'm going to offer you experience points to accept being marked again. Do you take it?
I'm curious enough to see what this does, so yes.
Curiosity, I'm a cat. Meow.
Okay. So you feel that same burn in your ankles as you get marked again, so you take another mark. But you grab onto the side. And Silas, they're all hanging there.
I run to Lola first.
Oh, shit.
Pull her up.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah. And once I get her up, I tell him, get okay, how do I actually pronounce your name?
Tacitus.
I said, get Tacitus. And I run over to get Elise.
Alright. The sound of twisted metal fills the air like the scream of a dying animal. The bridge snaps. The last thing you see before it vanishes into the fog below is that orange light burning through the mist, and the figure still walking toward it. The whistle echoes once more, then silence. You're left on the far ridge, soaked in fog and sweat, the smell of hot sap heavy in your nose. Behind you, the gorge exhales. The wind carries whispers down the track, the same phrase over and over. It's awake now.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Probably not.
I just kind of like collapse and sit down on the ground.
I don't think we should. I don't
But
think
you
we
do
should.
see a road going down the ridge.
Let's follow the road. Let's follow the road and get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I kind of take my rifle and butt into the ground, and I try and pick myself up and start following the road.
The night stretches long and cold as you follow the road back down the ridge. The fog never leaves. It just thins enough to let the moon through in patches. Silver light painting the road and turning puddles to glass. By the time the first roofs of Cedar Hollow come into view, dawn's just beginning to think about breaking. The town looks quiet, still. Smoke drifts lazy from a few chimneys. The Hollow Stop Cafe's neon sign flickers pale in the gray morning, buzzing like a tired wasp. Everything looks the same. almost. The paint on the cafe sign changed color from green to a deep sap-stained brown. The gravel in the street glistens damp even though it hasn't rained. As you walk through the town, you notice the trees. They're closer. The tree line that once sat at the far edge of the valley now presses right up against the buildings. Branches hanging over the rooftops like hands. The air smells stronger. Cedar, smoke, and something sweet underneath like syrup poured over rot. You reach the diner. The bell above the door jingles when you step inside. Martha's there. Same apron, same bun, same tired smile. But her eyes are the wrong color. Not brown, not blue, amber. She pours the coffee like she always has. The liquid's too thick, too dark. Long night, was it? She says, her voice gentle as ever. Y'all look bone tired. The mug's warm in your hand. The smell's sharp enough to sting your nose. Don't you worry none. You're home now. The hollow takes care of its own. She smiles wider this time, a little too wide. And when she blinks, you can hear the faintest creak of wood. You eat, you drink, you sleep. And as the sun rises over the hollow, the town breathes with you, slow, content. The trees rustle in the still air, and somewhere far beneath your feet, deep in the rock and root of the world, the gorge dreams. So, that, my friends, is the end of session 1.
That's a damn actually good cliffhanger.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Why? Damn. Oh, damn.
So, in Old Gods fashion, we need an outro. So, the gorge don't take kindly to strangers, but it's got a way of remembering the ones who came knocking on its door. Those who walk its tunnels and breathe its dust, they leave something behind. Maybe a footprint, maybe a whisper, maybe a piece of themselves they'll never quite get back. And when the wind moves through the holler just right, when the trees bend and the rails hum low, you can still hear it. A heartbeat, slow, patient, waiting. Zeke Collins is gone. The miners are gone. The loggers, the roots, the scream in the dark. All quiet now. But Cedar Hollow, it's sleeping lighter these days. The air smells sweeter. The coffee's thicker. The trees are a little closer to town than they were yesterday. And if you listen close, real close, you might just hear the hollow breathing right along with you. Because here, in these mountains, nothing ever dies. It just goes back to the dirt and waits for company. Good night, Cedar Hollow. Sleep if you can. And that, my friends, is the end of session 1. So, once again, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you to Monte Cook Games. Thank you to DeepNerd Media for creating this. We have one more session. We're going to round it out. You guys will hear it in a few weeks. We won't record it for a few weeks. So you guys have to wait to see what happens too. But this is just the beginning. So, once again, thank you everybody. And please join us next time as we roll the damn dice. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.